Welcome to Lagniappe, a KEDM feature about area events, people, and issues. I'm Jay Curtis. Two guests in the studio with me. Jarrod Richey is the president of the Monroe Symphony Board of Directors, and John Hodges is the new Maestro for the Monroe Symphony Orchestra for the 2025-26 season. Welcome, both of you.
Well, thanks very much.
So glad to have you all here. Jarrod, I will let you do the introduction. You know so much more about John. A tremendous catch, a tremendous connection for Northeast Louisiana, and the honor of having him conduct the season for the symphony next year.
That's right. John Hodges is here to conduct us this season. He's guest conducted us once before. He is a Memphis resident. He is an orchestral maestro for years. He studied with Leonard Bernstein. He's a composer.
Wow.
He's very patient. He puts up with me. And when I said you should come and help us with Northeast Louisiana symphonic music, he said, "Tell me more," and here we are.
So John, let's talk about the conversation that brought you to Monroe, West Monroe.
Oh my goodness! Well, I've been working with Jarrod on other projects for a number of years, and he's terrific. And when he said we'd be interested in talking to you about this, I really wanted to hear about it because he's got his hand in so many wonderful projects and teaching so many young people to sing well and to know about music. I mean, it's amazing what he does here in Monroe. So when the opportunity came to do the guest conducting job a couple of years ago, it was in 23, I think, right? April 23. I jumped on that, and we had such a great experience that when he mentioned something about the possibility of coming permanently, to do the music director job, I thought, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. So, thanks to Jarrod, I'm here.
Well, that's tremendous. There's an event tonight that is I should call it a Meet the Maestro. So, Jarrod, tell us a little bit more.
Yes, it's kind of a meet and greet, meet the Maestro. It's Bayou Desiard Country Club, 5:30 to 7 p.m. There'll be live string quartet music by members of our Monroe Symphony Orchestra. There are little hors d'oeuvres and some wine, and Maestro Hodges will speak. I'll speak. Just trying to introduce him to some of the folks in the area, some of the partners and patrons. So if your listeners are free and want to pop in, we'd love to have them at 5:30 at the Country Club tonight. Meet our Maestro, do a little MSO meet and greet.
So come and go. And I've been to this sort of thing before. And when you see a conductor who's mostly on a stage, it's great to be able to stand on the same level with them and have a conversation. I think
get to know them a little bit. I think that's a good idea all the way around. Sure.
Yeah, this is really what I think Northeast Louisiana is going to love about John is that real humble, real approachable, and has a real desire to develop the orchestra audience, the listener. And I think he's here in town doing our Bach lectures. He talked about Olivier Messiaen last night and original composition. So I think he's got a lot to offer our area, and I'm so excited to have him join us this season.
I think that whole humble thing is really overblown. You know what they say, that the guy they gave a guy a medal for his humility, but then they took it back because he accepted it. Do you know that?
I've heard that one. Yes, heard that one. That's good. So let's talk a little bit about, because the real meat of today is that you're releasing for the first time today the season for 25-26, and it is a tremendous season. I'll give Jarrod first shot at it, but Maestro Hodges, you certainly want to be able to chime in.
Yes, we the Symphony Board and the Artistic Advisory Committee has worked with John Hodges on a well-crafted season that is budgetarily lean, and you wouldn't know it. And so we've crafted a season that has some new things this year for the audience. We've got a wonderful beginning event in September, but Maestro Hodges has given us the theme, the young romantics, and I'd love for him to kind of tell what he's thinking about. But we've got some great events.
Okay, so how did this come together? So
we're doing so much music that comes from, say, 1780 to 1830 or so. So it's the beginning of the Romantic period, really, and so it's the youngest. It's the sort of most optimistic moment in the Romantic period. So it's pieces by Mozart and Haydn, certainly before the turn of the century, but then it's Mendelssohn and Rossini and eventually Brahms. We do sort of reach into the 19th century venture a little further and do Brahms at the end of the season. But a lot of the works on the program are Mendelssohn and Haydn and Mozart and Rossini and all of those that are right there at the beginning, like with the poets, Keats and Shelley and Jane Austen's novels and things like that. It's at that turn from the Enlightenment, from the 18th century to the 19th century, and there's a lot of optimism and youthful exuberance and like that in the music, I think, and so that's what drew me to it all.
Well, let's go through the actual list. So the Young Romantics opens September 13th. It's called Out of the Gate at the newly opened Hotel Monroe. In the ballroom, yes, the ballroom. Bach's Brandenburg Concerto No. 4 and a Mozart horn excerpt. So that's kind of a teaser, I guess, for October.
We're so excited to have James Bolden, ULM's own, to be the featured horn soloist on that Mozart horn concerto. And so, as I said, Maestro Hodges is so gifted, in my estimation, in helping the audience know what to listen for. So we're going to have a little teaser with Bolden doing that for us.
Okay, moving on to October 11th. So that's Time and Remembrance at Church of the Redeemer. December 9th, the Holiday Brass, part of the Lagniappe series. And then the Pops concert moving to February this time. Tell us about Love is in the Air.
That's right. Something around the time of the Valentine's Day, doing a little dessert and dancing, some Viennese waltzes with the symphony, where we'll teach some waltzing ahead of time. We'll have the audience able to listen and dance with the orchestra.
What fun. And then the String Chamber Concert on March 19th at the Emmylou Biedenhardt Recital Hall at ULM. And then, Maestro Hodges, tell us about the season finale. You have a tremendous pianist coming as well.
We have the winner of the Young Artists competition from last year, playing the first Liszt piano concerto. Wonderful piece, and I can't wait to work with him on that. And then we've got a wonderful Rossini overture, the Semiramis overture, that really a challenge for all the woodwind players. They get a lot of real good exercise there. And then finally, what a great work! It's a Brahms symphony, but it's one of the early ones. He wrote 4, and this is the second one, and it's a very youthful symphony. So we're going to do the Brahms second.
So a tremendous season. So season tickets already on sale, Jarrod, right? MyMSO.org.
Very soon. We're breaking the news here. MyMSO.org.
Breaking the news, okay. And then tonight's event, 5:30, Meet the Maestro at Bayou Desiard Country Club. Where do you go to find more?
Yes, MyMSO.org. Check out our social media, and we'll have all the information there.
Tremendous. Well, thank you so much for being here. Jarrod Richey is the president of the board for the Monroe Symphony Orchestra, and John Hodges is the incoming maestro. You can meet him tonight at the Bayou Desiard Country Club. He'll be the conductor for the 25-26 season. Thank you both of you for being here.
Thank you, Jay. Pleasure.
So be sure to like and subscribe to KEDM's social media channels, to our YouTube channel, and be able to find this and many other Lagniappes on wherever podcasts are found. I'm Jay Curtis with Lagniappe.